skate bench. That is what we are building today. The idea is to combine the primal act of skating with the sedentary act of sitting into one skate bench. Let's get into it.
Yeah, filling within reason. No consumption is pig villain season.
I've had this idea for a while of making something that I could skate and learn to do grinds and slides on. Initially, I thought I wanted to make just a box because that's the traditional ledge, but I kind of wanted this to be a little more functional and a little more, maybe a little more pretty. So I looked online and I found something that looked a little bit more architectural furniture-like. And I decided, hey, that doesn't look that hard, and I have some extra wood lying around. So I decided to take an amalgamation of wood that I got for free. So for the materials I used for this, I used one pallet, which we had already. I used one angle iron, which actually I did pay for. Actually, this really wasn't $0. I kind of lied. Sorry about that. And one table, which was free and is in fact this table right here. How I went about this was I started by making the top, the bench part. I used the 3 really thick beams I had, and then I combined those. I screwed the angle iron onto the edge of that. That created the top, which would then be the surface that I would skate on. The length of the boards was 5 feet. 5 feet is a pretty good length because that gives you time to do a trick and then get off. So once I had combined that and put it all together, then I needed to start working on the actual support for it. I was looking around online and I saw this design for a sort of a triangle shaped box. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. So I decided to completely rip off their design and just use that myself. The way I went about that was I used this table, so these sections that are gone, I measured it all up and then I cut them out into triangular sort of looking bits. I chose to make it 10 inches tall. 10 inches is about the lowest height you want to go because then you'll never be able to get a proper ollie in. So I measured it out. It was I used 2x4s for the top, so that was 2 inches, and so then I needed to make the bottom 8 inches, and so then that would add up to 10. I made 4 of those supports, then I combined them using long strips of wood that I had from the pallet. Then once I combined those, it took a really nice form and structure. I've worked with wood projects in the past. I took essentially a shop class and I made a bunch of stuff with wood and cardboard, which is really fun. This was my first time really just taking raw materials that I found and turning them into something. Yeah, overall, I am really happy with how this came out. It's very polished. It just looks good. I've already been skating it a little bit and it serves its purpose. I think I'll have a lot of fun with this summer. Hopefully I won't get hurt too bad on it. So, you know, full sends, of course, but hopefully not too full of a send so then I send myself to the hospital. Let's not do that. Thank you for joining me on the journey of creating a skate bench. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and that you too can be as gnarly as I am someday. Stay classy and go Royals.
I promise.